What's up guys, this is Chris here, and today we're going to be filming a first shots video, but not just any first shots video. Today we're going to be talking about the new and very exciting, in my opinion, M&P 2.0 competitor. This is from Smith & Wesson, and this is one of the coolest guns I've seen come out in some time, and I'm really excited for it. This is a 5-inch all metal frame striker fired pistol that comes with some really cool slide cuts and a lot of stuff for the money, especially coming from an American company like Smith & Wesson. I would say out of all the competition pistols I've seen this year, aside from maybe Canic, this definitely has the highest value. And if you consider this as an all metal frame, comes with a little more features even, and comes from Smith & Wesson, I mean, that's quite the feat in and of itself. I got a lot of messages to review this, so we got one for you. I did get this from Smith & Wesson, but it won't change my opinion on it, of course. And we are gonna go out and shoot it today, but it's gonna be a little bit different than we usually do. Before we do that though, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It comes with 4 back straps. It comes with 4 magazines as well, which is very cool. I hate when companies skimp on the magazines. And if you're gonna sell a competition pistol, you want at least 4 mags anyway, so Smith has you covered there. It's got a little bit new revamped trigger. I'm not exactly sure what they did, but it is a little bit nicer than the standard trigger. We have a new extended magazine release, but it does come with the standard version in the box, so you can switch it out if you want to. 4 back straps, 4 mags, extended magazine release, and not to mention, not only does it come optics ready, which some guns say they're optics ready, like maybe the new Beretta 92 for example, but they don't come with plates. Smith sent all the plates that you need right with it, which is very cool as well, and we will be mounting a red dot to that later for the review. Probably be running the new Holosun EPS, since you guys have been asking for that as well. We'll try that out. So it comes with everything you actually need to race, but what does the gun actually do? Well, it has ambi controls. As I said, it's striker fired. Comes with a fiber optic front, a blacked out rear. Comes with some speed cuts on the top and a whole bunch of serrations with a very cool looking gray Cerakote. If you're a fan of the M&P series, which I definitely am, you guys are well aware of that, I would argue that this is probably the most race-ready M&P I've seen yet. Not only do you get the metal frame, not only do you get the Magwell, but you get the full 5-inch slide and all the magazines and everything you're gonna need to just jump out and go. M&P holsters are very available, and if you have an M&P holster for a 5-inch already, this should fit, I think. What I think really is the star of the show here for me personally is the looks. I mean, my wife mentioned it, so I might as well mention it as well. It kind of looks like the new Pit Viper in a way, doesn't it? Or at least the new Sand Viper from Terran Tactical. And you can get this guy for under $1,000, which is very cool. They do have these at Mr. Guns, and we are gonna go to Mr. Guns and shoot this, and then we'll let you know what we think of it after that. But before we do, I wanna mention my page supporters. Thank you guys very much. It's because you guys, we have all this cool stuff in the channel. We do the videos for you. We stay non-biased for you. And if you wanna support us, that's the best way to do it. Just go down the link in the description below. If you don't like Patreon, that's fine. YouTube has super thanks. It works very similar. It's even easier to use, so feel free to send us a super thanks as well. I also want to mention a local shelter in Ames, Iowa. It's the YSS. It could really use your help. So please go down that link and donate to those kids. All right, so M&P competitor out here. No optic or anything. I wanted to shoot it during the first shots like it comes out of the box. But when we actually do shoot it, we're going to put an optic, or when we do the 1,000-round review, we're going to have an optic and a light on it. I mean, first impressions are very low recoil. That's the nice thing about the aluminum frame and the 5-inch slide. Let's do a little target transitions. I'll do some double taps on that guy, double taps on that guy. Say when. Pretty good. I like it. You're not gonna like it because it's very aggressive. The texture on the rear strap in the front is very aggressive. I like that a lot though because it keeps it in your hand. I got the big back strap on here. It gives you a little bit more length between the trigger and the web of your finger, but the trigger is awesome. I'm a big fan of the new trigger. I like that a lot.
The sound of it shooting indoors is so much more dramatic, I feel like.
Yeah, it is. It's because sound is trapped is all. You see the top of this? I'm gonna put a hole right here, and then I'm gonna put a group around it and see what kind of group I can get. All right, that's my 3-round group.
That's crazy.
7 yards. Take a look. iron sights.
That is crazy amazing, Boo.
That again a little further away. I like this a lot. All right, so now we're just gonna do some gun handling stuff. One thing I've been noticing right away is that the serrations on the gun are super functional. I tried to go on the front, and one thing I didn't like was that we have these speed cuts on the front, but there's no texture on the front, so my hand kind of slipped off. But the really nice thing is that they actually have a similar set of like cocking fins on the rear that HK does on their VP9, and it's really easy to grab that and rip it back. And even if I had an SRO on that, I think I could come over the top or do this pretty easy with that. So definitely a bunch of different ways. That's why I like having a lot of serrations on it. Not only does it look cool, but they are functional as well. Do a little gun handling stuff now and see how that goes. A little slow on that one, on the old pocket reload. I'm getting used to the Magwell angle of the M&P. I don't do a lot of reloads on M&P, so. What a disaster. We're just doing pocket reload, so I don't have a mag pouch or anything. Ready?
Yep. I have a case stuck in my boot.
All right, so.
Okay. Damn.
Getting faster. You gotta learn the system.
So, one of your last competitions, you shot with the PDP.
I did.
Do you think there's going to be should we do a comparison between this and the PDP?
We will have to, because
and
one of the reasons
Canic
I did get this from Smith, but I was gonna buy this anyway. And one of the reasons why I got this was because I like the M&P metal so much, and that came out a few months ago. And this one has the same metal frame, but it has competition-oriented like parts to it. Now, it does have a Magwell, and I can't run that in carry optics, but believe it or not, this thing is super easy to take off as well. This one, it's just the same push rod system as the previous one on the back strap, but you just push this aside, pull this out, and the Magwell just slides off. So you can have the Magwell on or off super quick if you want to, and that's kind of nice for competitions where you can't have one, because carry optics, the division I run, you can't have a Magwell.
Okay.
All right, so now we'll do a little precision work with the iron sights. I'm gonna run this with a dot, most likely the new EPS probably, because I'm gonna do a review on one. I'm at Mr. Guns right now, and I'm gonna go buy one in there. But right now with the iron, since it's a 5-inch gun, I got about a credit card size box drawn on a target down there, and that target right down there, it's about 20 yards from me, maybe 22. Something like that, and we'll just do a group on it and see how it goes. Problem with my plan is that I can't see the box I drew. So I'm shooting in the general area of where I think I drew the box. So experiment failed, but we'll keep going. All right, let's take a look at that horrible group.
Well, it's much better walking down this range than ours right now.
Right. Well, I mean, in here it's not 30 below. All right. That was a terrible group because I kind of lost control where I was aiming. and then I started to aim. I was aiming down here, which is this one, and I realized I couldn't really see the box anymore, so I just leveled off my sights kind of with the top of the target, and then I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a more accurate interpretation, kind of what you're gonna get. How's that left hand, Ace? Not good. So one of the issues with the gun that Elliot talked about, and that I also just experienced, is using the gun left-handed, because Elliot's left-handed. You push on the magazine release, because it has an extended magazine release. But in the box, there's a non-extended magazine release, if you so choose, which I think is probably gonna be smart, although, let's see if we can try to run it without hitting it. Gotta put one in the chamber first. Let's see if we can try to run it without hitting it. Nope. Okay.
So you're definitely gonna need that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to reinstall the stock magazine release for sure. Let's try it one more time.
Oh my gosh. So it is a problem.
Party trick.
One more time.
So anyway, I think what they did was, I think it's the same way to take it out. Looks like maybe a 1911. I've never taken out or put in an M&P magazine release before, but I would recommend you do that, because even though it's meant for USPSA and extended magazine releases work really well, for some people, I have giant hands and I always run into problems with those. And with this particular guy, it seems like I won't be able to shoot it left-handed. Now in USPSA, you want quick magazine changes, but you also have to shoot left-handed about 10% of the time.
That is significant.
It's a big guy.
Yep. That does protrude.
But good on them for putting one in there. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention, it does have ANDI controls, which is pretty cool. You'll like that. And obviously the magazine release is swappable to either side as well, so if you're wrong-handed like you are, or Elliot is, you can put it on the other side. All right, so we shot about 120 rounds of Blazer brass through it. Thanks Manning & Sons for sending that over. And I was pretty impressed. I mean, I don't know about you, but it shot really well. I shot like really tight groups with it when I was aiming for it. The trigger was good. The recoil impulse was extremely good. That was one of the things that I was worried about, because sometimes 5-inch guns can have more recoil than 4-inch guns. Sometimes they have less, and this is sprung correctly. About 30 ounces overall. We're gonna be putting a light and optic on it so we can add jump in the Cool Kids Club for the review. It also makes it easier to shoot. But we did run into one particular issue that I did want to talk about, and that's gonna be the extended magazine release. I'm gonna take that off, and the reason for that is because while we were shooting, we dumped the mag every time I went left-handed. My buddy Elliot, who owns Mr. Guns, he is a left-handed shooter, and when he shot it, he dumped the mag every time as well. So that's obviously why they put it in the boxes, because they must have known that that had some sort of issue. That being said, if that doesn't happen to you, more power to you. I have big old thumbs anyway, so I don't need an extended magazine release to hit it. And that could be why. Ellie and I are both pretty big guys with pretty big hands. So you have to tell me if that happens to you. The nice thing I like about it though is when we're changing the back straps, the nice little swivel thing there, you can slide the Magwell on and off a lot, which will be cool. So I can run the Magwell if I want to feel like a cool guy, and then I'll take it off for when I shoot a carry optics division or something like that. I like the Magwell, but it's not really required. So it's cool that you can take it off when you want to. The gun's easy to rack and it's easy to shoot. Interested to take it out and do a little long range with it. I'm sure it'll be just fine. As tight of groups as we were shooting there, I think especially with an optic, it's gonna have absolutely no problem at all at 100 yards and past. But we'll figure that out. But we also plan on doing a comparison video, and my wife actually asked me to do a comparison video. So you're gonna get probably the Glock 34, the PDP, and then at least this side by side. We might even do a Canic as well. Let me know in the comment section which versus video you guys want to see the most. I know this is going to be super popular for a competition gun because I already know Jerry Mitchell likes to run it. Will it beat the Canic? I'm not sure. The Canic has a lot of features for the money, but personally I like this grip a lot better, and it fucking looks so cool. I mean, I love this gun. I have to admit, before I even got it, I was like, oh, I want one of those. When they were doing the initial press on this, I don't think I've seen too many guns that come out with that Butler cut right out of the box. And I have a Glock 34 that I've done up to be very similar to this that cost me somewhere in the area of $2,000 just to do up. So you can get one of these out of the box for half the price, and that's, to me, pretty impressive. Will it hold up over time? I more than likely think so. I have a lot of M&Ps and they have 1,000 round reviews. And then I have the M&P 2.0 Metal, which you're gonna see the 1,000 round review of sometime this month. So I think it'll be reliable, I think it'll be accurate, and I think it'll be just a good looking M&P for you guys who are out there who want a Smith & Wesson for competition. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.